The 2019 BMW i3 Driven. There aren't too many models out there that can legitimately lay claim to being funkier than the Nissan Juke, but the BMW i3 is one of them. It was introduced in 2013 as BMW's first step into the electric market with a single purpose in mind, to see if people would actually be interested in an electric BMW. Well, the i3 has served its purpose very well and actually received a lot of attention. Whether that attention was received because of its funky minivan-like hatchback appearance or because it was an electric BMW is up for debate, but after 6 years on the market, BMW has no choice but to dig into the electric car segment even more, so you can write the i3 off as a success either way. That success, however, doesn't come without a price, and in this case, the BMW i3 is paying the ultimate price. It will eventually die off as BMW focuses on other electric vehicles. With the i3's time on the earth limited to the next few years as BMW runs out parts inventory, we decided it would be a great time to test out the i3 before it fades off into oblivion. After all, it's the last of its kind and, therefore, is probably as good as it will ever get. This is our story of a week well spent with the soon-to-be extinct BMW i3. BMW i3 exterior design. The BMW i3 is a very quirky vehicle with a design that ranks up there with models like the Nissan Juke. It's not necessarily the shape that gives it this quality but the overall design of the body. Up front, the i3 has the traditional dual-kidney grills, but in this case, they are blocked off because this is an EV, and it doesn't need a radiator grille. The fascia is also quite eventful thanks to the weird bowtie insert that tries to mimic a car with big corner air intakes. A smaller air dam down at the bottom is actually functional, but that's in place to help provide cooling for the range-extending engine that we'll discuss more later. From the front view, it's clear that this thing has amazing forward visibility thanks to that massive windshield and the extremely short hood, two things that play into the i3's general quirkiness. The entire side profile of the BMW i3 is beyond strange. First off, BMW was smart enough not to go with a dramatically sloping roof, so the i3 does have a hatchback MPV look to it. However, BMW got very creative from the roof down. First off, the most noticeable thing is that oddly shaped waistline that makes a huge dip at the rear of the front doors and then elevates back into line beyond the rear half doors. Those half doors are also a big part of the quirkiness as the glass for these doors are damn near square and, because of the weird design, actually extends into the front door area. The rear quarter glass and side overhang are very similar to the design of SUVs currently offered by GMC and Chevy. The side skirts down below have an aggressive nature to them but feel very out of place. It's a design that belongs on something much sportier than the i3. The trim around the wheel wells links the front side and rear together. Around back, the BMW i3 is almost a completely different vehicle. From a straight-on look, it looks almost like any other SUV in terms of shape, but the flush-sitting taillights and weird trim over the bumper really makes it stand out. In fact, it almost looks like the rear bumper is being pressed outward through an opening that's too small. It's a really strange design cue, and it somehow mimics the front fascia in a very weird way. The rear quarters actually wrap around to the rear ever so slightly.
To read the full article, check the link in the description. If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.